أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Good day and welcome back to another episode of Sidewalk and Gutter University, where we graduate the streets through knowledge itself, where we take y'all back to school. You see what I'm saying? And this is the next installment in our Black History Month series, where we celebrate the lives, inventions, and accomplishments of Black inventors. Because the going myth, the consensus among white society for a long time, it's probably not like that today, but it's definitely a segment of white society that still holds this sentiment. But the going myth, the sentiment was that Black people are barbarians. They live barefooted and naked in the jungles of Africa. They had no civilization, no writing, no learning. They are lazy. They're violent. All of those different myths are lies. All of those things I just said is lies. And so what we're doing is we're highlighting the accomplishments of Black people, basically just to remind ourselves of who we are and who we always have been, with the intention that we can always change our narrative. We could always change our trajectory, our evolutionary course that we take in. You feel me? That is the idea, dog. Right? So today we got Burridge, Marshman. You see? Yeah, Burridge and Marshman. Lee Spear Burridge and Newman Russell Marshman of New York were American inventive geniuses and manufacturers who worked together between 1882 and 1897 and are primarily known as typewriter inventors, but they patented also quite a few calculating devices. At the beginning of the 1890s, Burridge and Marshman devised and patented two adding machines. U.S. patent number 500,013-452 for adding machine from February 1894, and patent number 553,331 for adding a recording machine. Burridge and Marshman patented also a cash register in 1896, patent number 574,302, and Burridge alone obtained also a patent for a cash register in 1898, patent number 608,509. Just before his early death in 1915, Burridge returned to inventing calculating devices and received several other U.S., France, and Great Britain patents for adding and recording machines. I think that's enough, man. These guys are prolific. I'm gonna just give you a little bit of their life, but this is really amazing. Levi Burridge. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Cause this guy Lee Spear Burridge, he looks like a white guy, but it appears that his dad was a Black dude. So he's like a mulatto, what they call biracial, but they used to call them mulattoes back in the days. Biracial. I'm a biracial individual. All right. So Lee Spear Burridge was born in Paris, France, on the 22nd of September 1861. The second son in a family of Dr. Levi Spear Burridge, a noted American and European dentist, and Emma Burridge. Lee's father, Levi Spear Burridge, was born July 15th in Painesville, Ohio, as the 8th of 9 children of Samuel Burridge and Hannah Burridge. Levi was a nephew of Levi Spear Parmley, an influential American apostle of dental hygiene, and grandson of John Burridge, who came from England in the 1770s, settled in. Are these dudes even Black? They got him on this list though. He don't look black, but hey, man, phenotypes doesn't always convey the truth of your identity, of your ethnic identity. But basically, Burridge and Marshman invented the typewriter. Okay, and then we still use the typewriter today, but we just use it in a computer format. We just like made it electronic, right? So when I was little, I remember my mom used to have a typewriter, and bing, 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 and then slide over, and then you type, bing. So like, but we still use the keypad of the typewriter, but we just put it into like on an electronic device. Okay, so that's Burridge and Marshman. Our next person is R.A. Butler, Richard A. Butler of Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Now, okay, I'm gonna just read some of this article on him. Specifications forming the letters, patent number. What did he invent? Oh yeah, so Richard A. Butler invented the train alarm. Application filed May 25th, 1894. Serial number, or actually patent number, is 584,540. He got that patent on June 15th, 1879. To all whom it may concern, be it known that Richard A. Butler, a citizen of the United States residing in Pawtucket in the county of Providence and state of Rhode Island, have invented certain new and useful improvements in train alarms, and I do hereby declare that the following is a full, clear, and exact description of the invention, which will enable others skilled in the art to which it appertains to make and use the same. The object of my invention is to provide an alarm signal for the benefit of trainmen who, when approaching an overhead bridge, and I accomplish this by the means illustrated in the accompanying mechanism and the drawings of which Figure 1 designates a front elevation. And then he goes into the technical description of his invention, which we're not going to read today. We're moving on, but we will say that patent number 584,540, Richard A. Butler, train alarm, black man, granted on June 15th, 1897. Be it known to all whom it may concern. The next person we have on our list is Richard A. Butler. George Carruthers. This is gonna be our last person that I look up. George Carruthers. Damn. Okay. George Carruthers. George Robert Carruthers, American physicist and engineer. Born October 1st, 1939, Cincinnati, Ohio. Passed away December 26, 2020, Washington, D.C. George Robert Carruthers. How did George Robert Carruthers' invention change the world? Let's see. George Robert Carruthers, he invented image converting and for radiation detection. Dr. Carruthers made the first detection of molecular hydrogen in space. Let me see. Using a sounding rocket, he developed a rocket instrument that obtained a ultraviolet image of Comet Halley and an instrument with two cameras with different far UV wavelength sensitivities used on the STS-39 space shuttle mission in 1991. While Carruthers made many discoveries and advancements throughout his career, he is perhaps best known for his invention for the far ultraviolet electrographic camera, or the spectrograph. It says here image converter and radiation detecting. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just go into a little bit about his invention, and then we'll call it a day. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Summary. A summary of George Robert Carruthers. Let me see. Okay. So yeah, George Robert Carruthers, an American space physicist and engineer. Carruthers perfected a compact and very powerful ultraviolet camera spectrograph for NASA to use when it launched Apollo 16 in 1973. So basically, it basically converted images. So let's do this. What does the ultraviolet camera and spectrograph do? To understand like the implications of his invention, then we can, you see what I'm saying? Does an ultraviolet camera spectrograph measures ultraviolet light to study the composition and distribution of celestial objects. It can also be used to study Earth's upper atmosphere. How it works: direct images. The camera takes pictures like a regular camera. Spectrograph. The camera splits light to identify the fingerprints of atoms and molecules. What is it used for? They said it's used for four purposes. Studying celestial bodies. UV cameras can study stars, nebulae, and other celestial objects. Studying Earth's atmosphere. UV cameras can study Earth's upper atmosphere, known as the geocorona. Studying gases in space. UV cameras can study gases in interstellar space. Monitoring skin conditions. UV cameras can monitor pigment changes, melasma, vitiligo, and hypopigmentation. Examples: Apollo 16 far ultraviolet camera spectrograph. This camera was the first moon-based observatory. It was used to study the geocorona, the interplanetary medium, and celestial objects. Ultraviolet imaging spectrograph. This instrument was used on the Cassini spacecraft to study Saturn, its rings, and its moon. So it's a camera that's used. It uses ultraviolet radiation to study objects in outer space, stars, nebulae, Earth's geocorona atmosphere. It's pretty dope to know that a black dude did this. I'm kind of like, me personally, I'm not really, I'm impressed, but I'm not surprised because I know what we're capable of. And even though I've had this list for, let's say, 25 years, and I just put it in my notebook, boom. And I had it in college. I had it when I graduated. I just kept it with me. You know how you know that stuff that you just keep with you. Like I got all these books and literature and stuff. I keep certain stuff with me. But this is really just to let everybody know, like, hey, bro, like we're capable of accomplishing anything. Not just music, not just entertainment, nigga. We could do anything. So don't get it twisted. But our guy here, George Robert Carruthers, he just passed away in 2020. He invented the image converter. Let me go back and be more accurate. He invented the ultraviolet spectrograph camera. Okay. With that said, I'm gonna let y'all go. And thank you for another episode of Sidewalk and Gutter University, Swag University. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم إنه هو الغفور الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.